Hi everyone, my name is Crystal Segovia and today we'll be converting Zagi Retail Company Sales Department Database ER diagram into a relational schema. Here we could see the entities such as region, store, product. We see a relation, includes, and its attribute, which is quantity. Here's another entity. Sales, transaction, vendor, category, and customer. With these entities, we see its attributes. So for region, we have its attribute, region ID, and region name, whereas region ID is its primary key. And the reason we know that is because it's underlined. So we start by adding the entity table. And we're going to start up here and we're going to label it as such. This one's going to be called region. And its primary key is region ID. And its attribute is region name. Okay, we're going to move on to the next table. Label it as store. Its primary key is store ID. We see an attribute of store zip. Here we do have to have the relation or the link from store to region, as we can see here. So we do have to include the primary key, this primary key from region, which is region ID. We will have to have it in the store entity. And because this primary key will be in a foreign place, it will be called a foreign key. Okay, we're going to move here to the middle part. We're going to go ahead and start with the product table. Its primary key is product ID. We see its attributes like product price and product name. Now, since we've added those attributes, we do see that there is going to be some foreign keys that we are needing to add. Pretty much the same concept. If we see here product is supplied by vendor, in order for us to link or connect vendor to products, we do need to include its primary key, which will be a foreign key in the product entity. So we see this connection or this relation right here, and then we also see another one down here. So its product belongs to category, and then we see here the category ID. So we'll be adding those foreign keys here as well. we are going to add a row right here. We're going to move on to the next table, and this one's going to be a relation. We're going to call it includes, and include its attribute quantity, but we will be doing the same concept here. In order to show the relation between product and sales transaction, we do have to include these primary keys, which will then be foreign keys, product ID and TID. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add the last one here, which is called sales transaction. Its primary key is TID. We see an attribute of TDate. And here we have pretty much the same concept. We see here how sales transaction, there's a relation from store. We see the relation here. So we do need to include the foreign key, store ID, as well as customer ID. Okay, moving along, we're going to go to the last part here. Include the table. We are going to move these just a little bit so we can have some space. Okay, we're going to start right here. We're going to call it vendor. Its primary key is vendor ID. Its attribute is vendor name. Okay, we're going to move along here to category. primary key is category ID. And the attribute is category name. All right, and we're going to move along to the last one here, which is customer. This primary key here is customer ID. And then we see its attributes here, customer name and customer zip. Okay, so now that we've completed that, we are needing to now link them. We're going to be linking the foreign keys to the primary keys of the table where they belong to. So we're going to start down here with store ID or store entity. We see the foreign key as region ID, and we see it appear as a primary. So we're going to go ahead and link that. Okay, we're going to move along with the foreign key here, product ID. See it up here. Okay. We see another foreign key here, which is TID, and that one's down here. Now, we do see here in this table, we do see foreign key vendor ID and category ID, and these are right here. So we're going to go ahead and match them. And then we do have some foreign keys right here. We see customer ID is right here, so let's go ahead and link that. And then we also have store ID. This is right here. Okay, this concludes the relational schema. Thank you so much.